swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find.
Hello.
Hey, Roberto. Hi.
Hello, Nicola. Great to meet you again.
Great to meet you. It's so
Wow.
strange. Oh, it's already so strange to speak in Italian, so it seems like a joke. There are 2 Italians on LinkedIn speaking
Exactly.
English.
This is already going to be so fun, and
Yeah,
I'm super
delicious.
super excited to do this today with you, and I'm very curious to see what we share today. Well, by the way, thank you for all the people who are connecting today with us and or watching the recording. We are not going to watch the chat. We are just focusing on the conversation until more or less half of the session. Then we will check the chat and see if they have any questions or whatever, and stay a little bit longer. So, to start, there is one anecdote that I would like to share as a token of how excited we are to do this. And when we were discussing this, we were talking about, wow, I feel so excited. The first time we're doing this, and we are also trying a new platform. So we add some technical challenges and a new tests. And one reframe of this is that we're excited because we also think that this is a brilliant space and we want to share valuable things and valuable ideas with the people who is investing their time a Friday afternoon to watch a LinkedIn Live with Roberto and Nicola. So to start, I would like just first of all to thank you, Nicola, for doing this. And we know each other from 6 months. And actually, we had many conversations. I admire you a lot because I see you as a very creative person, a super fast learner. You are always experimenting, trying new things. Yeah, let's go, let's do this, let's do that. And jumping into new things, into tests with all the enthusiasm and curiosity. And this really inspires me. So thank you for that.
Thank you very much for your kind words. I mean,
and also thank you, Nicola, because one of the things that struck me was your generosity with your feedback, with all the things that you share with me, and you also inspired a lot of my own thinking and also illustration and many things. So it's a pleasure to be here with you.
Okay, but now stop, please, to tell me all these compliments because, as I told you, I mean, this is the first time that I do a live video streaming. I probably did my first video ever that went public with Oma. You probably remember it 2 months ago. And for me, this is one of the biggest challenges of my life because I don't know. I don't feel comfortable, but I thought, first of all, I mean, there is always something that I like to, I really like to challenge myself.
Yeah.
And I thought it was a very good idea to do this with you because, again, it's fun. 2 Italians speaking in English. It's really fun. And also, I admire you even more probably than what you do because, I mean, you are one of my biggest inspiration, especially in terms of visuals, but not only this, because I mean, I don't know how you can keep track of all the information that you share and the valuable information that you share with everyone every day on LinkedIn, on all social network with me personally. So thank you also for inviting me and to push me to have this challenge.
Thanks. And what you say also is brilliant because you said, okay, I'm the first time I'm somewhat scared and still I'm here, I'm having fun and I'm doing this. And this is the spirit. So this is also for me another source of inspiration because we always constantly try new things. And this is the way to just jump and play and have fun.
Yeah.
And I would like to ask you, for the people who don't know you, what do you want the listeners to know about you?
Nothing. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I mean, I always don't. I mean, I really love to joke a lot, so don't worry about this. So I'm Nicola. I'm from Italy. I'm the director of cloud at Namecheap, which, for who doesn't know, it is the second domain register in the world. I manage 4 teams. I manage an entire department in Namecheap with 4 teams for a total of approximately 40 people. I have also 2 kids who that are, I mean, way harder to manage compared to my teams, but they give me a lot of satisfactions. And I mean, in the last year, I also approached public writing and content creation, basically, with my newsletter, The Habit Hacker, where I write about engineering leadership, management, productivity, career growth, and other things. I'm also very active on LinkedIn, where I post my visuals, and I mean, not only visuals, but mainly visuals in the last months, and which is my newly acquired skill. And again, thanks for your inspiration and everything. And whatever, I mean, I don't have much free time, but in my free time, I really love to go hiking, skiing. I mean, I really love the mountains. I spent 5 years of my life in Berlin, which was a big city, very nice for a lot of things, but no mountains, no nature. I mean, not the nature that I like. So I moved back to Italy in the middle of the mountains, and this is where I really love to spend my free time.
Wow. And I can imagine from the beautiful background that you have. I see the roof of the house, and I can imagine the surroundings that have to be amazing.
Not really great for doing videos. It's a bit hard to find the right lighting and everything, but
Wow.
it's very nice because I see the mountains from my house.
Wow,
it's really nice.
So now that you talk about, I heard a lot of things, and it's amazing how many different and connected things you are doing. And I'm curious of everything that you do, what currently fulfills you the most?
That's a tough question because, I mean, generically speaking, I could tell you learning. So for me, learning is the first thing. For me, I mean, learning new things is everything. I'm a natural born journalist. I'm curious, and I continuously need more input. And this is why, I mean, for me, learning new things is incredibly powerful, and it's what gives me energy. I mean, when I acquire a new skill, like for example visuals, I mean, I was super satisfied. I was super fulfilled. And I know it's generic, so it's not something specific. Probably today it's doing visuals, but it could change tomorrow, which doesn't mean that I will stop doing visuals. But if I had to tell you something generic, it's learning new things.
And this is something that I also feel a huge affinity to this. And I don't know, in your case, when you're telling this, it reminds me of the constant, this is amazing, I want to learn this, but you also want to learn this and this and this. And we have tons of amazing things that we could do, and the time is so limited. And for example, I remember, even if you are a super fast learner, because I remember you learned, what was that? 1 month, we were discussing about the visuals. You asked me, how do you do that? And I sent you the link for the course for Jenny Sozoli, which by the way is brilliant. And in 1 month, you were doing these amazing visuals with so novel ideas. And why did I say that? Because even if you are a super fast learner, I feel that you don't have the time to do everything. So how do you manage this infinite curiosity that I feel that you have?
I mean, the biggest secret is I sleep just a few hours per day, which is not probably healthy, but it's something in the DNA, because my father is the same. So I sleep like 4 or 5 hours per day. Sometimes a bit more. I need to recharge my batteries, but yeah, in general, I don't sleep much, and so this is how I usually find the time, because I have a full-time job, so it's obviously hard to keep up with all my hobbies, all my passions, all this need of learning. And yeah, also for my newsletter, I wrote this publicly a couple of times. I wake up at 2:30 a.m. On Thursday to write it, because it's and I also like it. And it's not too hard for me. Okay, even if this year I want to find a better way, so maybe I will. I'm studying something to find a better way, also not to wake up all my family and things like this. But yeah, in general, I don't sleep much, and I also try to be very organized. I'm a bit obsessed with organizations, with scheduling things and everything.
Wow, that's amazing. And it sounds like what you do is like play to you, and not only because you have the Lego in the back.
This is 3D printed, because 3D printing is another passion that I have. So I'm constantly 3D printing. So I have a small office here in my house, under the roof, and which is half mine and half of my wife, Monica, and the 3D printer is in Monica's office, and so she's not really happy, because all the day is 3D printing everything, and I really love it. But it's also pretty fun with my kids, because they really love it, because I build a lot of stuff for them.
Yeah, and it's also beautiful to find some common ground between the things that we love or as experiment and our families. For example, when you said that, I remember how my daughter Valentina helps me sometimes with the illustrations, and I ask her feedback, and I say, "Okay, Valentina, what do you think about this?" And say, "Oh, the color, I don't like it," and say, "Okay, I change it." So it's a way to also to connect with them and share something that we love.
Absolutely.
And when you said I see that if you're a person super organized, I know you use Obsidian as a way to organize everything. I use Notion, and I'm curious also about your system. But at the same time, I feel that, at least for me, the more I optimize the time, the more I squeeze 5 minutes from here, 5 minutes from there, there are still many more things that I would love to do. So I free 5 minutes, and then I think, okay, I want to do other thing for 10 minutes. So we always have more things that we want to do that time, even if we were genetically engineered, so we don't need to sleep. It would be probably impossible to do everything. So this is probably one of my challenges also. And something that we have to accept in the end, that we cannot do.
I believe it's only a matter of priorities. So and accept that you can't do everything, and obviously, and so you have to understand what makes more sense to you, and what makes you happy. And this is how I choose usually when I can.
Yeah. And Nicola, connected to that, of all that you are doing now, what's the thing that excites you the most?
Today, I believe I'm in my newsletter. This for me was, I'm on the internet probably from the beginning, since the beginning, and I have my first computer when I was 12, and I had internet probably. I was one of the first to have internet not in Italy, but not of the whole Italy, but the whole Italy. But yeah. I got it very early, and yeah, I forgot what I wanted to say.
What I hear is that it's like experimentation. Oh, you're very early adopter of many things.
Yeah, I am, but I still forgot what I wanted to say to connect to what we were saying. So I'm sorry about that, but it was a long day today.
Yeah, we were thinking about. Well, let me tell you what excites me the most. And
Yeah, thank
when
you.
when you were talking about your newsletter.
That's yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, but yeah, today, as I was telling you, it was a very tough day. So yeah, I mean, I try to share my knowledge content from the beginning. So with before on news groups, before after on blogs. So I can't count how many blogs I had, and this is why at one point last year I said, okay, I mean, it was one of my goals. I want to write something for 1 year, and I really love the newsletter format. Which, I mean, it's there for years, for decades, probably. But now I believe it's becoming really important. I mean, it's assuming a relevance in the marketing, on internet, as a way to share knowledge. And so, yeah, I mean, this is probably the thing that today really satisfied me, and because I was able to write for one entire year. It never happened in 25 years that I'm on the internet, or even more probably.
So it looked like you were experimenting with different formats, trying one thing, trying the other, and then now you find a way to keep. And I also hear that this is something when you talk about that you wake up at 2:30 a.m. every Thursday to do this. So
Yeah.
this is definitely something that you love. You just don't do it for something else. It's like, I love to do it, and also it gives me other benefits. So I'm super curious. What are your learnings and the things that you see? Wow, this is so worth of my time, because I can feel that it's something that's important to you.
It's pretty simple. I mean, it helped a lot fixing my knowledge, and also at the same time giving names to what I already knew before. Why? Because in the last 10 years, especially with my job, but not only the current one, but also with the other experiences that I did, I always led people, manage people, processes, and so on and so forth. But I was always so busy that I never gave names to things that I was doing, for example, or that I never had enough time to read also what the other were thinking. I mean, obviously, I had a lot of exchanges with people, but I never had a lot of time maybe to know what was already existing in terms of theories, in terms of literature, and so on and so forth. So, this is the benefit of writing is, first of all, to fix things, and also to learn new things, because when you write, if you want to do it the right way, you have to study, you have to find new things, you have to to be sure that you are not writing, excuse my French, bullshit. Okay.
Yeah.
And so this helps you learn a lot. This is the first benefit. The second benefit is how many people you meet doing something like this, how many new people you meet doing something like this. Okay, I met you indirectly because of the newsletter, because I wanted to improve how my stupid illustrations were looking very bad. If you go to the first 10 articles of my newsletter, they were very bad because I can barely keep a pencil in my hand. Okay, and so I said, okay, I need to learn to do better visuals, because I want my readers, also if at that time they were only 300, but I said I want my readers to understand things better, to see that that I'm also not so bad at because in the end, we can say that it's all about learning. It's all about, what you do, it's for you, and so on and so forth. But what the other think, it's important.
Yes.
At one point, it's the first thing that you see. Probably it's not the main, it's not the most important, but it's still important. It gives you the perception of if you are doing your job the right way or not.
Yes.
Not always, but I believe this is so. Yeah, meeting people, it's the other thing that that writing is giving me.
Wow, this is beautiful because I think you have summarized brilliantly. On one side, you have some kind of intrinsic motivation, which is this is for me to learn and to remind me of the conscious, unconscious, competence, incompetence. You see how, I was unconsciously competent about this, and now I put name to that, and this helped me also to reinforce that. Because as, for example, we are doing now, when you put yourself out there, you share something, you have to be very sure of what you're saying. And what you said also speaks about the extreme respect also that I think you have for the people who invest the time. Again, connected to the beginning of the conversation, you want your visuals to be impactful, you want to be useful to people, you want to give value, and at the same time, you want to improve yourself. So the first motivation is for yourself, because I like it, because it gives me some benefit. Even if no one was reading it, for me it's useful because it helps me to fix it in my mind. So this is already a win. And the second win is the connection, because it's like when you put something out, there is a phrase that I always like to say, which is your vibe attracts your tribe. And I always remember.
I remember you did a visual on this.
Yes, I did the visual. That. This was after one of my coaching training, and this phrase stick to me, because in this room where we win the coaching, we said, okay, your vibe attracts your type. What does it mean? Because if you go and look for something and you share something that you love, probably if someone else like it, they will say something or not, but there is a chance. And if they don't like it, they will not say anything. So there is nothing to lose in a certain sense. And there is only upside, which is you got to connect with people who love what you do, who share the same interest. And by doing that, you learn, which is exactly what happened with us. I met you through that. You were sharing one thing while trying to reach more people with your newsletter. I found your exercise very interesting. Then we started to have conversation, and from the conversation, now we are learning from each other, which is wonderful.
Yeah, absolutely. Learning live.
Yes, exactly. And,
no, absolutely.
And there is another thing which is very perhaps connected to that. You talk about the recognition of your work, and also something that we talk about sometimes, which are the audience vanity metrics, whatever you call that. And I feel there are two ways perhaps to see it. And I would like to ask you, Nicola, what's your view about this, especially, and by the way, congratulations now that you are officially LinkedIn top voice, which is wow.
It really changed my life.
Yes.
Yeah. No, jokes apart. It's basically what I was saying before. I believe there are multiple stages to judge the work that you are doing, and especially when it's early stage. What the other think? I have a very strong ego, okay, but at the same time, I believe that when I start to do something, I love to show it to someone else, but I love to show it to someone. I love to show it to someone else when it's, not really at the beginning, but when it's almost ready, okay, because I know that recognition, at least for me, it's so. Recognition in the end, it's important, and this is why you mentioned vanity metrics, and I often read that many people saying, okay, vanity metrics are not important. It's important. What I was saying before, true. I mean, the really important thing is what you do, that it makes you happy, and so on and so forth. But at the same time, having some recognition, then it depends. I mean, if I don't know, there are different things. But for example, when you do something in public, okay, let's say, so when you do something in public, recognition is important for obvious reasons. So vanity metrics in the end are important, are not everything, but are important. This is what I believe, at least.
Yeah, I hear that for you is somehow a way to see that what you share has value.
Yeah.
And that it has an impact.
Yeah, exactly.
And that
also, for example, you mentioned the top voice. The top voice, I mean, when I got the top voice, I mean, nothing changed. Okay. Technically speaking, I still have the same amount of followers every day. I still have the same reach. I mean, there are there's the premium, the LinkedIn premium that is for free, which is okay, but I was already paying for it. So it was not a big change for me, technically speaking. But I mean, it was something that I said, okay, someone noticed what I do, noticed what I write, and probably they found it insightful. Okay, which is what for me counts. It's not everything, because I would still write, I would still do what I do, but I mean, it makes me happy. Obviously, I believe it's pretty normal, pretty human.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel exactly the same. And at the same time, it somehow, let's say, raises the bar for what we share to be in the same line, and if possible, better. Again, to show by example, if we can, what we like, and so what we would like to see more. So it looks like, for me, it's also something that, okay, is perhaps, let's say, a responsibility of, again, being very respectful of the time of the people, and doing the things the way I would love to see them. So this is also one of the things that also resonate very much from what you say.
Absolutely. I mean, raising the bar, I believe it's not an important topic. I mean, it's a way to also for you to measure if you are growing, if something is changing, because let's say, okay, I always take LinkedIn, since we are on LinkedIn and we are talking about top voice badge. But if you stayed on LinkedIn for 3 years, writing your post every day without people commenting or reacting with you, without any recognition, without seeing if your posts are doing some impressions or not, I mean, yeah, but it would be like keeping a sort of secret diary because
I see. It's the balance now between the internal motivation, because we still do it because we like it and we will do it anyway, and at the same time it's good to see that someone likes it, also because then you can start a conversation. And this also reminds me of another thing that I would love to ask you, Nicola, which is, what do you value in general on this platform and in general most about the relationship? What's important for you?
What I value on LinkedIn about relationship, or in general about the relationship?
In general, what's the thing that you value most in relationship, and how does this perhaps connect to what we are discussing?
I mean, I will sound probably repetitive a bit, but what I value most in relationships is, again, learning, knowledge. I mean, knowledge sharing for me, it's everything, because I love to learn stuff. So, I mean, what is a relationship between two people? Unless you find your mirror, which, I mean, at one point in my life, I probably searched for my mirror, but there was no mirror. So, I mean, you search other people because you want to share with them something, you want to exchange inputs. Sorry, I have a background in engineering, so so you share inputs, you share knowledge, and this is what for me is more important in a relationship. It's not what is more important, but it's what makes it a solid relationship. Because I mean, you can love someone, you can enjoy to stay with someone, but at the end of the day, to make a relationship solid, I believe there should be an exchange, and the exchange usually is about information, about knowledge, about what you can learn from someone. So like we are doing now, okay, like we already did. So I give you feedback, you give me feedback. Now we are talking about things, and we learn more each other. And I believe this is the most powerful thing about relationships. I don't want to sound too too robotic, I don't know how to say, too artificial, but I believe this is the true meaning of relationships.
Absolutely. And perhaps there's different meaning for every one of us. So this is also the beautiful thing. No, we are not all exactly wired the same way. And at the same time, what I hear from you is when you talk about the exchange of, let's say, value, learning, inspiration, reminded of something that we sometimes also exchange some chat about that. And remind me of a beautiful way to see a relationship is when each one of the two person thinks that they are the one who are getting most out of the relationship. So, for example, I say, I'm the one who's learning the most, and you think, oh, I'm the one who's learning the most.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny, and I believe it's very healthy. It's very healthy when it's so, because it means that we both respect each other, and so yeah, absolutely, yeah, that's
exactly clever. Wow, this is brilliant, and it also brings me to another thing, which is we didn't talk about work, even if we probably were talking about values and things which are always related to work, because I also believe that everything that we do outside your job, even our hobbies, even our relationship, have an impact, and vice versa. So we are not okay, this is my job, this is who I am outside. We're the same. We are the same person. And connected to that, you told about even without entering in details, you are managing quite a big team and also a distributed team. So I would love to hear what's perhaps a definition or your view about leadership and relationship in work and in this new scenario of work that we have today.
I mean, leadership. What is leadership? For me, it's again, it's an exchange. Not even an exchange. Sorry, it's more serving. Okay, serving other people. First of all, for me, leadership, being a leader, being a manager, it's a job. Okay, most of the time, at least in our field, at least it's a job also. Okay, because it's always or at least often seen as something like, I don't know, it was a sort of, you were like a sort of shaman, or oh, you are a leader, you are a manager. No, I mean, it's a job. You are dealing with people, and your job is to make these people happy, to have vision, to have to make them successful, to empower them to. So this is what a leader should do. So yeah, first of all, again, it's a job that you can also learn. So I always hear, I mean, natural born leaders. I also did a visual. It was my first visual, actually. Yeah, and I often hear, okay, but I mean, I'm introvert. I'm super introvert. You can see probably from how excited I am talking here, but I'm still leading a team. I'm doing my best. I learned a lot of stuff. I still do a lot, tons of errors, tons of. I admit them. This is what I learned, actually. So I mean, serving people for sure, and empower them. So leadership for me, it's first of all something normal, something that is, again, a job. It's a role, okay? But for me, a leader is not more than a developer or an individual contributor, okay? So first of all, this, and yeah, I mean, serving people, empower them. That's basically what I feel it's leadership. It's not really fancy as a definition, but it's what I believe.
Yes.
So I talk to everyone. I mean, for me, I don't want people to feel my role. Okay. And this is true also in my job, in my department, which also can have drawbacks, because sometimes, I mean, can be tough. But again, I believe it's a normal job. It's a normal role. Okay.
Wow. I love your definition. And also, again, as with relationship, probably there is no one single definition of leadership. Yeah. And what I hear from you is absolute honesty and humility, and you as a leader, you are not better than anyone. And you are, as you said, I'm a role, I'm doing a job. It's like a facilitator. And it reminds me of one of the models, perhaps you heard it, about the coactive leadership. There is the leader within, the leader in the front. And what you are talking about reminds me of the leader in the back.
In the mid. No, in the back. Okay.
Or in the middle, yes. Also, we're supporting the team and making them grow. And what I've loved about what you said is that making people happy. So I'm super curious about this. What's making people happy for you? How do you do that?
That's a very tough question, because I mean,
and I'm sure you're doing this every day. I'm sure.
Yes and no. I mean, making people happy, I believe. I mean, especially making engineers happy, because I believe it's a bit more tough than because it's a bit different. So I don't want to sound that I.
Well, you are an engineer.
So I can say, it's the same for me. I remember I was so, and still today I'm so. But I mean, to make them happy, make them independent. So make them live their lives, do their job. So give them maximum responsibilities. Again, empower them.
Yeah,
so
let them
let them fail. Let them do their job. Let them take their responsibilities. So this is what I believe makes engineers happy. I tried many times to engage engineers in funny things and so on, and this is probably the most difficult thing that the biggest challenge in my life was to engage them in something funny. So just let them do their job. Just let people in general do their job, and they will give their best, probably. And this is, again, connects to what I was saying before. So my job today, okay, I'm leading a department, so I'm not involved a lot in what is all the management. Unfortunately, I have very good people with me. But today, my job is more removing obstacles that other don't want to remove, because it's too stressful. It's too or ensure that these people are happy, that they are happy to work, they are happy to do what they do. Okay. So this, for me, this today, it's my job, and I believe this should be the leader's job. The leader, what every leader should do.
Yeah, I love what you say, because it looks like you're not trying to make them happy. You're trying to let them be happy, each one in their own way. I hear that you listen to their problems, you listen to what's happening, you try to remove the obstacles, and just leave the way free for them to do what they love, which is whatever. And it's different for every person. So you find probably the best in everyone, and you see, okay, this is an obstacle. My job is to take it out, so you can do your thing. And your thing is different than the other colleague. And your job, as you said, is to know each other, perhaps, and see what makes one happy, what makes the other, and so be sure that they have that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, help them just support them. Okay,
Yes.
support them in their job, and if they have any obstacle, try to remove it. But don't push them to do super funny things. I tried also this, to be honest, but maybe it was just my teams. I don't know, but yeah, I believe people just want to do what they know, and I'm sure. I mean, I have the proof that they will succeed if you leave them, if you let them do their job. So what I try to do is to observe. Okay, so I'm not. We always talk about active leadership and active listening. Sometimes also just observing and just listen to issues, problems. Obviously, you have then help them to remove them, or to remove these problems or these issues, but listen more, and I mean, it will work. I believe.
I love it, and this also connects to something that in coaching, for example, in the coactive coaching model, which is the model that I'm training in, we say that all the people are naturally creative, full of resources, and whole. And I feel that you also live this, because if you thought that people need to be taught what they have to do, how, when, you would not be saying this. And this also looks like it frees you from the responsibility of being right, of knowing everything, because you look like more as a facilitator, to listen, to see, and to bring out the best in everyone and let them do their job. And by this, the side effect is that they will be happy because they will be doing what they like.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. I mean, again, I believe this is the way to work with people, and yeah, I mean, I don't want to go too much into details, but I believe also data are supporting this theory, if you want, because
I'm sure.
And I also have, I mean, live proofs of this, because in my teams, I mean, retention is, I really hate the word retention, but by the way, yeah, retention is pretty good. And yeah, because people love what they do. And if they don't like what they do, I mean, and there's no way to change this, I believe the best way is always let them go. So to summarize all of this, transparency. So this is what for me is also a good part of leadership management. It's full transparency with your people. Don't play politics. Don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell something tough to someone, but it will be way better to say something tough than that not saying it, because it's bad for you, it's bad for them. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, for me, I strongly believe in full transparency, and Monica always tell me, yeah, that's why you have just a few friends.
A few
but
good friends.
And what I tell her is, yeah, a few, but very good ones.
And what I really love what you say, this is brilliant, because it reminds me of some of your visual that you did about the uncomfortable conversation, about having one-on-one. And it really feels like it comes from a place that I respect and I care for the person. And because I care for the person, then I engage in this conversation. Because if you didn't care, why why to expose yourself to uncomfortable conversation? Why? It's the most selfish thing to do is just to avoid the conflict, because we're avoiding conflict. It's not pleasant. At the same time, it's where probably you grow most. And also my experience is that when we have some really uncomfortable conversation from a place of respect and care for the person, in the end, we always, or almost always, end up with a better relationship, because this transparency that you were talking about is something that you show. So what brings to my mind is that the person knows that they can trust you.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned before the few very good friends that I have, and these friends are friends with whom I had a lot of conflicts, and probably
Yeah.
the biggest conflicts of my life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's again, it's nature.
Absolutely. Wow. I think we could go on for 2 hours, perhaps.
Yeah,
With
probably
this.
yes, but it's
Yeah.
yeah, probably yes, and
So
I don't know. I don't know if for our audience would be fun,
yeah, exactly.
but probably.
So why do you think we check now the chat if we have some questions, because we have
Yeah.
15 more minutes? Let me check, and now I will just look out from the screen for one moment. I'm not sure how to check it, so first of all, sorry if we miss something. I will try to order this in, where is that? Not more relevant, most recent. Okay, so let's start. Let's start from the beginning.
First of all, check if there are bad words or things like
Yeah,
this.
the
So,
filter, the
because I prefer bad feedback. So I mean, tough, not bad feedback, because for me, bad feedback
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Okay, so here we have hello, ciao, hello everyone, thank you, hello. Okay, could you share the visual scores you mentioned? Of course, we will share the visual, which is from Janice Ozolins, which is the person responsible for our experiments, both of us.
Yeah.
And hello, I approve your French, Nicola. Someone says this. Paul. And hi all. Okay, it seems we don't have any specific questions. Perhaps I missed that. If I missed that, I apologize. We will check it anyway. And I would like to perhaps ask one more thing before we wrap up, which would be what's the, again, it's connected perhaps to what we talked in the beginning, but what do you see as your next steps, as the next things that you are going to do, and also how can people connected to this reach out or connect with you if they're watching the recording or live?
I mean, you will probably find me on LinkedIn since we are on LinkedIn. So feel free to reach me out, to add me. I mean, I always connect with everyone and eventually disconnect. So this is my policy. Not the opposite, because I hear a lot of people that are not. No, I'm refusing all the connections. No, I usually accept everyone, and then eventually, I mean, yeah, I will remove it. What was the question? Sorry, but again,
Yes.
you see why I'm journaling a lot, because
Yeah,
my memory, it's like I'm a fish. Okay,
absolutely. And this is also something that
and when you are under pressure, it's even more difficult.
I feel the same. I journal everything, even what I eat this morning.
Okay, what is the next? What is the next
Yeah,
thing? The next steps. I mean, I still love my job. I still love to have a full-time job. So I will also, if it's already 10 years. So my biggest challenge, work related, is to deliver new things, to bring new ideas, not product level, because we have many and so on and so forth, but more at leadership level. And again, this connects to the newsletter, connects to having more contacts with the community, with other leaders, other managers. This was the other purpose of the newsletter, of writing a newsletter, of being more active on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
It was born because, again, after 10 years that you work in a company, all your teams are doing well. Obviously, we have issues, we have conflicts time to time. We have, I mean, like everyone, but at the end of the day, I mean, everything is going pretty well. Everything works. Processes are good. And so, I mean, what can I bring to help these people who are already pretty good to grow, to improve even more, that are also with me for years. So today are like somehow friends or something like this. So, yeah. Again, this is probably my biggest challenge, professionally speaking. So bring new ideas in terms of leadership, in terms of improving relationship, teams, and so on and so forth. On a personal level, a more personal level, but always connected, is to start doing videos, start doing. I don't know. I'm still
You already
thinking.
started. Yeah.
That's true. I just noticed this. No, I don't know. I have a lot of things in mind, so I will see. I mean, I really love the idea of doing videos, but for me, it's a stress. It's a huge stress because not because I don't like it, but because first of all, I'm a bit perfectionist. Also, if I perfectly know that I shouldn't be perfectionist, but at the same time, I mean, I want to be good before to be at least not perfect, but at least 90% good at doing this. So it takes time and effort, especially. So it's not something that it's easy to do with all the other things. But videos, I really like it. I really like the idea, and it's the next big thing that where I would at least start to explore. I mean, this is already a good way to explore. I really like it, by the way. I really like. I mean, the Friday's conversation with you.
Yeah.
Maybe it will become a format. I don't know. I mean, it's already for you. It's already a format, but I don't know. The two Italians could become
Yeah,
another
that
format.
could be fun.
That could be really fun.
And then talking English with Italian
Yeah,
accent.
yeah, and I mean, it's Friday, so what a perfect day to do this. No, jokes apart. I mean, yeah, I would really like to explore more ways to deliver my knowledge,
Yeah.
deliver the new knowledge that I acquire, reading, studying, having contacts with other people. So I will explore for sure videos, video productions or small video productions, maybe podcast. You don't know how many, you can't imagine how many people already asked me to do a podcast with them or invited me to a podcast, but I always said no because I was, I don't know, a bit nervous about this, and also I didn't really have time, but I want to make some time to do this.
Yeah.
These are the next things that I imagine in my both personal and professional life.
Wow. This is brilliant. And it also, again, speaks of your eagerness to learn and to give value. So what I hear is that whatever you do outside, let's say, of work, even if we are never a separate compartment, whatever you do, it like somehow helps you to be a better person, to be a better manager, to bring this new idea to this new thing, to experiment with things, to bring insight to your day-to-day so you can be a better manager, better leader, and also learn again and have fun. And so again, you connect with more people, they give you input, and then you take something, you try it. And with this experience, also you bring this out and you explain again from your competence or now conscious competence. You talk about that, what you live in your day to day, and this helps you again to learn more. So it's like everything is connected. And also it reminds me of anecdote, perhaps, which is brilliant, and this from this week. This is so fun because this is exactly what happened to me. Which I perhaps I'm a member of Management 3.0, which is an amazing community of people. We also talk about management, new ways of work, and also we have a lot of fun. And in having fun, there was one person, which is Jacqueline Ode, which is a brilliant facilitator and super generous. And in one of these sessions, she shared a laughter yoga warm-up of 10 minutes. And I like it so much that I proposed it in my work, in a team meeting, and I convinced my manager to do it. And we did it. We were 40 people live. We put our clown nose on. It was so
remotely?
No, not yet. Now we're doing this remotely. We did it in person. And actually, I have this here. And I have here my clown. And what happened then, I shared this in a post here on LinkedIn, and I thanked the person because it was really thanks to her that I discovered this practice. And what happened that she offered in publicly to have a session with whoever I wanted. So I thought about it, and why don't propose this inside my organization? So I proposed this inside the organization. People liked it, and now we're organizing the session for live. Now it's going to be remote, and there are a lot of people already signed up. So this is, again, something from the outside. You take it, you experiment, you bring it, and it's exactly connected to what we were discussing. So
I mean, during the last year, I did this many times. I mean, I did templates, for example. I remember I did for one of my articles, I did this template. I mean, we already had something, but it was not good enough. So I did a lot of research. I wrote an article about this, and I created a new template for 30, 60, 90 plans, which I then shared with my team. And now they are using it. Now they evolved it, so it's even better.
On that.
So I mean, again, this is, I mean, being able to connect your not necessarily your personal life, but your hobbies, what you like, I mean, input that are coming from any point or anywhere. I believe it's super important.
Absolutely.
And also be able to reuse things. I mean, in different fields.
Yeah. And also the combination.
This is the concept of hybrid hacker. So for me, hybrid hacker, and if you read my newsletter or you saw in the about section, this is what for me is an hybrid hacker. So an hybrid hacker is obviously it comes from technology. It comes from also bad things that happened in the past, but it's all about taking inputs, knowledge, and many other things, and be able to put them together, to shape them in different ways, to have new outcomes, to find new outcomes. So that's the point. And I believe if you are good at doing this, also with your job, but also, I mean, in personal situation, it's powerful.
Wow. And again, it's reminding me of your Lego. It's like a Lego. You put the pieces and you the combination, you do amazing things.
By the way, I didn't put it there just for the call. I worked a bit with the lights, but this is always there. There's the Lego and the X-Wing on the other side that is not really visible, but
big Star Wars fan too. So okay, we could go on for hours again.
Yeah.
And I also feel this is a wonderful way to wrap up this session with the definition of hybrid hacker, which, by the way, I will take it also. I love it, and I will make it mine.
It's free. It's open source. So I'm really an open source fan. So take it and use it, and you know.
So, Nicola, had been super, super fun to do this with you this Friday afternoon. A wonderful way to end the week with a smile.
Absolutely.
And thank you to everyone who's still connected, and who watched this recording. I hope this is useful. And for us, it was super fun, and I learned a lot from you. So thank you again.
Thank you very much for inviting me. And I mean, it was great. I have to admit, I was very nervous initially. It's my first time, but again, it was really interesting. It's one more thing that I started to learn.
Yes.
I didn't learn yet, but I started to learn. And thank you for pushing me. Thank you for giving me the input and for organizing this. And also thank you for the people that listen to us until now.
Yeah. One more experiment. Super fun.
Yeah.
Thank you again. And bye-bye to everyone.
Thank you.
Have an amazing weekend and see you soon.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay. Your broadcast has ended.
Abbiamo fatta? Posso parlare?
Il peggio che può passare è che si mette una parte in italiano nel live, che non succederebbe niente. possiamo
Ed è
raccontare
che finisce a Tarraluce Vino.
possiamo raccontare una barzelletta, qualche cosa, però secondo me è finito. Vediamo un po', fammi girare. Adesso sto ancora registrando perché non mi fido a togliere la cosa, perché adesso dobbiamo riprendere l'upload. Vediamo un po', dice previously live, ok, quindi non è più live. Adesso fermiamo la registrazione.
Ma sono stati commenti, non ho detto nulla.